Okay, Ashok, unmute your camera. So, good evening, Ashok.
Very good evening, sir.
So, we'll move on to the session. Very good evening. Warm welcome to you all. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. On behalf of JA Group of Institutions, we welcome you all to the webinar on discovering the power of augmented reality. So, today we are pleased to welcome our speaker, Mr. Ashok Kumar Manisekaran from Praya Labs. Before getting into the session, there are many newcomers today. Just a regular instructions to be given to the participants. So it's a regular note to all participants or those who have joined today. At the end of the session, I request every participant should submit the feedback form through which the certificate is generated. So I request everyone to type your name in the capital letter in the feedback form and provide a valid email ID so that the certificate will reach you without any issues. And the technology used here is purely rely on the strength of the local bandwidth. So if you have any issues, audio, video, check your devices. Okay. Otherwise, you can click a reconnect button. It's on top of your screen. So there's a label called reconnect. You can click that so that you can connect with the webinar room. And so if there is any issues from our side, okay, so we'll back maximum in 30 seconds. So no need to close the window, no need to close the browsers. Okay, so once you closed, then you have to re-register again and you can connect with the webinar room. So if you have any questions during the presentation, please type them in the chat box and select a Q&A mode so that it's easy for us to identify the questions. We will address all your questions at the end. So the recorded version of this webinar is available in YouTube after 12 hours. Okay, if anybody want to play the replay of this video, you can check it with YouTube. And with this note, it's my honor and privilege to introduce Mr. Ashok Kumar. He is a freelance trainer and developer. He mostly worked on Unity 3D and augmented reality. Ashok Kumar completed his Bachelor of Engineering and Master of Engineering in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University. He started his career as assistant professor in an engineering college, and he started working on many freelancing projects across multiple projects. He strongly focused on developing augmented reality and the virtual reality projects since 2011. Now he is an entrepreneur, founded Praya Labs in 2018 and working on different projects specifically on augmented reality. So with this brief introduction, so without wasting our time, we will move on to the session. I am very glad to welcome Mr. Ashok Kumar to present. Over to you, Ashok.
Thank you, sir. So, good evening, all. I welcome you all for the session. I hope you all are safe. So, let's begin this session. So, we are going to discuss about the augmented reality and its power. In which places, which sectors we are using augmented reality, how we need to use it, and then in which way it's the technology is providing solution for us to solve many problems. So we start the session. We need to know what is augmented reality. So whenever we speak about augmented reality, the people get confused with VR. I mean virtual reality. So augmented reality and virtual reality both are obviously different. We can't say both the technologies are same. So before we came to know about augmented reality, we need to know what the virtual reality is. Then only we can easily avoid the confusion, and then we can easily understand how power the augmented reality technology is. So what is virtual reality? So virtual reality is the one where people completely get immersed in the computer generated environment. While they interact with the virtual environment, they can't interact with the real world. So if the user wants to experience the virtual reality technology, obviously they need to use head mounted displays and the controller. Without those head mounted displays and controller, the user not able to experience the virtual reality. Let me show you one thing. As I said, we need to use the head mounted display and as well as the controller if the user wants to experience the virtual reality, right? So here I am having a virtual reality HMD, which means that a head mounted display. So if the user uses this kind of head mounted display, the user completely get immersed in the virtual environment. They can't interact with the real world what they are present. For example, now I am in a room. So what I am going to do, I am just going to wear this head mounted display, and then if I am experiencing virtual reality world, I can't interact with the real world what happening in front of me because I have completely immersed with the virtual reality environment. So I am having a controller. I can interact with the virtual environment with the help of the controller. So this is the one the virtual reality is. So if you want to experience the virtual reality, you should need the head mounted displays. So with the help of the head mounted display, you can experience the virtual reality environment. But now the augmented reality is something different from the virtual reality. Before that, let me show you the simple example of virtual reality, which will easily help you to understand what the virtual reality is. Let me play a small video.
I'm ready to fly. Now it's time to go home.
This we say the VR is. So I believe you all understand what the virtual reality is. Now, let me get step into the next slides, which will help us to understand what the augmented reality is. So we are having three different kind of immersive technologies. Actually, we can say the virtual reality, augmented reality, and presently we are having one more reality named as mixed reality. So we can say all these kind of reality as immersive technology. So we all knew about what the virtual reality is. Now, what is augmented reality? So augmented reality is the technology which enables the user to interact with the computer generated environment and as well as the real world. So a user can see both virtual environment and as well as the real world in which world they are present. So they don't need head-mounted displays. It's not a mandatory in augmented reality. If they have a mobile phone, it's more than enough if the user want to experience the augmented reality technology. So that's the thing available here. So it allows people to add digital elements into their actual environment. So who build these digital elements? Who will create the digital environment? It's obviously the augmented reality developers. So what they do, they develop virtual environments and then they integrate the virtual environment in the real world with the help of enormous library which are available in the market, especially for the AR developers. So before that, I just want to show you a simple video about augmented reality, which will easily help you to understand what augmented reality is. Then we will proceed with the further slides. So this is the one what the augmented reality is. You can notice in the video, people uses their mobile phones. They are interacting with the virtual environment. What virtual environment? What they are seeing in their living place. So that's the biggest power of augmented reality. So if you want to clearly understand about augmented reality, then you all noticed this Snapchat application. Many of us using this Snapchat application, this will render some virtual animal faces over our face if we use the Snapchat camera. So this is the best example of augmented reality if we really want to know about it. So now we need to know what type of augmented reality applications are available. So in market, we are having several augmented reality application, but all those kind of applications are used by many enterprises. But for the normal users, we are using only entertainment based augmented reality application. As I said, like Snapchat application, then Pokemon Go, like that. We are having a few entertainment augmented reality applications. So if we come to know, speak about the types of augmented reality application. So we are having four types. One is markerless augmented reality, and then marker based augmented reality, then projection based augmented reality, and then superimposition based augmented reality applications are available. So how these different types of application helps to solve many problems across the sectors. So now if we talk about markerless augmented reality, it the markerless augmented reality application are no need any kind of marker. You may get confused what the marker is. You don't worry about it. At the end of the session I will show you a demo. You can understand what the marker based augmented reality is. So markerless augmented reality is the one where you no need to use any kind of markers. If you just open the application, it will render some virtual environment as like the Snapchat application. So if the user use the Snapchat application, if the user open the camera, it will automatically renders the some virtual face over our face, right? So it's not scanning any type of images or something like that. We can call this kind of application as markerless augmented reality application. Then what is the marker based augmented reality? So marker based augmented reality is the one where we must use some kind of images like barcode, QR code, or any kind of images we must use to to activate the virtual environment in the real world. And then what the projection based augmented reality application is. The projection based augmented reality application is where a user can directly interact with the projected virtual environment. So those kind of application will be more helpful for the kind of enterprises which are doing the manufacturing process. And then superimposition based augmented reality is a kind where it will project a complete virtual environment. It's a little advanced type of augmented reality. We can say a superimposition based augmented reality applications or comes under the augmented reality version 2.0. So it's a little advanced. If the user wants to experience the superimposition based augmented reality application, they should use the head mounted display, like a head mounted display what we are using in the virtual reality technology. But in case of superimposition based augmented reality, the user can interact with the virtual and as well as the real world with the help of the head mounted displays. So these are all the types of augmented reality application which is available in the market. Now we are going to see about some use cases of augmented reality, but not limited to. So here are the some use cases. We are using augmented reality for data visualization, remote assistance, training, retail, education, navigation, advertisement, and as well as the construction. But this is a limited one. We are having a huge sectors where the augmented reality helping a lot. We are going to see now how the augmented reality help in the sector of data visualization. Let me play a small video. This will help you to understand how the augmented reality helps for the data visualization. So you can notice here the user is visualizing some data in their real world. So this kind of application, we can call it as a markerless augmented reality applications, because the user is not scanning any kind of images. They are just opening the app, and then they are just seeing some data which is getting visualized. And then next we are going to see about how the augmented reality help for remote assistance. So now in this pandemic situation, all are working from home, right? So in this kind of situation, the augmented reality remote assistance help a lot in a manufacturing based enterprises. Let me play a video. It will help you to understand how the augmented reality remote assistance works.
This is Vuforia Chalk. Easy to use, powerful remote assistance that allows your workforce to collaborate in real time from anywhere. The Vuforia Chalk app lets your employees share a live view of their workspace with an expert or coworker.
And then you want to open either one of these two motor meters here.
Both people can draw on the screen with their finger to provide instructions as if they're right there with one another. With Vuforia Augmented Reality, your annotations stick exactly where they're drawn, even when you move around. In fact, you can pause the live view to draw easy to follow, multi-step instructions.
Looks good from here. Hit me back if you have any other issues. I'll be here to help, okay?
Okay, definitely. Thanks so much.
And that's how you use Chalk. It's that easy. Vuforia Chalk. See it, solve it, together.
So you can notice that. So in that video, they are doing video calling. With the help of that video calling, one person is assisting another person by marking some places over that screen that will be replicate on the another user's screen. So it will help that particular person to do some process. So we can say this kind of augmented reality application is also comes under the markerless augmented reality. And then now I'm going to show you how the augmented reality help in case of training. So it's not actually playing anyway. Let me explain you what happens here. So there is an application which is available in a device. If the user opens that application, they will scan some of the images. Once it can be scanned, it can be recognized, then some virtual object will be present over that particular image. So with the help of that virtual object, we can train many people. So here they are training a people about how the motor is working, what's available inside that motor. So everything the user can experience with the help of this kind of application. So this kind of application is comes under the marker based augmented reality applications. So then let me go to the next thing. We are having retail. So how the augmented reality technology help for retail business. Let me show you another video. So this will help you to understand how it helps in our retail shops. So if you notice here, this kind of application has both the types. Which means that it's using both marker-based augmented reality type and as well as the markerless augmented reality type. If they open the app, it will show some of the product which is available, where it is available, everything it is showing, and as well as if the user scan some product, it will show some of the offers or some of the some data about the particular product. So this kind of application uses both markerless and as well as the marker based augmented reality types. Let me play this. You can see how it works. So and then it's also help for education and navigation and as well as the advertisement and construction. So we'll play the videos at last if we have the time. Let me proceed with the slides. So you can notice how the consumer perceptions on augmented reality's potential. See, augmented reality is available in all this kind of sectors like gaming, films and TVs, social media, classroom, and then navigation. So in education, now it's getting increasing to 41%. A few years back, the classroom education uses augmented reality like around 20 to 25%, but now it get increasing. But mostly augmented reality is using 53% in gaming sector. So here are some of the augmented reality development tools which enables any person to become a augmented reality developer. Here are some tools. So here we are having a AR toolkit. We call it as augmented reality toolkit. It's a open source toolkit. So you can use this toolkit if you want to create a marker based augmented reality application. And then we are having a wonderful library named as Euphoria SDK, which will help us to create both markerless and as well as the marker based augmented reality. It's a very powerful augmented reality development SDK, and it's not free. You can use the trial version, but if you want to deploy your application, you need to do some payment to them. And then the same thing for Wikitude. Wikitude is mainly used for iOS based augmented reality application. So this kind of toolkits enables to create all kind of applications like head mounted display based augmented reality application, desktop based augmented reality application, a mobile device based augmented reality application. You can use these tools to create those kind of augmented reality application. So now let me help you to create a simple augmented reality application where you can try and then you can experience. Let me first share my screen. So to do this, you no need any software. You can just do with your browser itself. Let me share my screen first, and then let me show you how to create a simple augmented reality application. So you need to go to the site mymultimediaworld.com. So it allows us to create a simple augmented reality application with the help of this particular environment, you can easily generate augmented reality audio based books. So now we are going to create augmented reality audio books. So for that, first you need to register with this particular site. I have an account already, so I'm going to log in now. That's it. You got logged in. So here you can see a number of 3D models and as well as images, videos. You can see here. So if you want to create, it allow, as I said before, it allows us to create just augmented reality based books. So if you want to create one, you just go to the create menu and then you can see here augmented books. So actually this site will work very slowly. So you need to bear with this if you want to really experience the augmented reality application. So now once you click that augmented books, then you can see some menu. So here if you want to create a new one, you need to go to add book. So it will ask some details. Here you need to fill these details. So I'm going to you choose the category education and reference and then language. You need to choose the cover image of the book. So let me going to use some image.
So can you share the screen once again because you came out.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Just 1 second. I'm sorry for that. So I think you can see now. So I'm going to choose the image. So then you need to give the title. So I'm going to give my AR book. So I'm going to give the description. Say demo book. So no need to give this detail. It's not the mandatory one. So once done, you need to choose the option add book. So here is the book cover image what I used. So this is the main cover. So now we need to add pages to this book. So here it will show the all the details what we have given about our title of the book and then what category it is. If you want to edit the details, you can edit it here. And then now we need to add the pages to this book. So for that you need to choose one more image. I'm going to use the same image now. If you want, you can use some other images. So there is some error message. Okay, let me quickly download some other images. So let me going to open it. So it's also having the same issue. So now it can be used. So once you choose the file, you need to click a submit page. Which continues. So here is our image. So what you can do only one thing. You can add sound for this particular images. So I'm going to add some sound here. So either you can use MP3 files or WAV file. Just a second. Let me share my screen again. Just bear with me. So I have added sound here. It gets some time. Once it get upload, your book is getting ready to export. So if you want to add more pages to your book, you can add again the book images here. So you can add n number of pages for your book. So here you can notice my audio have been added to this particular page. So once all done, what you need to do, you need to click export here. It takes some time. So your package is it show the message like your package is getting processing. Once the process have been done, you will get email about the APK files where you can download it and then you can install it in your mobile. and then if you scan this particular images, it will play the audio what you have uploaded. So you can just use this particular environment if you want to experience augmented reality without using any softwares. So now I'm going to show you some live demos. So some augmented reality application what we have developed. So let me do something now. It will easily help you to know about the augmented reality usages. So I'm going to, all the applications what I develop are available in my mobile. So I am going to connect my mobile. So I'm connecting now. It takes few minutes. Just bear with me. So here I have connected my mobile. So you can see my mobile. So here I am having a card. This is a simple visiting card. So if we use this particular app, if we scan this card, it will show some virtual environment over the card. Obviously, this kind of application comes under the marker based augmented reality. Why? Because it use some kind of markers to render a virtual environment. So I'm going to show this card. I think it's getting a little delay to render. Just a second. Anyway, let me do one thing then. So let me come back. So you can see my mobile. So there is a code. So you can see some video is playing over this particular code. So if I move the camera away from the code, it won't play anything. So here is the code available. So you can see it in the video. So again, if I scan this, you can see the video. You can notice it. So this kind of application will help to create augmented reality visiting cards. So let me show you one more application. This will renders in the previous application. You have noticed that it rendered the some video over the particular image. Now I am going to show you some other application where it is going to render a 3D object over the marker. So here I am having my backside of visiting card. So what I am going to do, I am going to scan this particular image. It will act like a marker. So I am going to scan this with the mobile. So you can see a motorbike. It's get rendered over that particular image. So you can go closer, you can see completely how a 3D object is present. So this is also a kind of a marker based augmented reality. So this kind of augmented reality applications will help in education also. Here we have created a simple book where it is having like this will be helpful for the LKG students, kindergarten students. It's having like a aeroplane board, something like that. So if I scan these images over my application, it will renders a 3D object over all the particular images. Let me show only one thing. So here I am having an aeroplane image. So I am going to scan this aeroplane image through my application. You can see, you can notice I am seeing the 3D aeroplane where you can go closer. The entire book has this kind of 3D objects. So if the people get scanned these images, they can experience, they can see the virtual object which is available on the particular images. So that's the thing about the augmented reality, how it help us across several sectors. So you can also develop, you can also become a augmented reality developer if you really want to work with it. You can enjoy with the by creating augmented reality environment because it will gives you more creativity, and as well as it will help you to get good jobs if the people want to become a augmented reality developer. A huge number of augmented reality developers are required by many companies. So if you are a student, if you want to really want to do something, just I request you to become a augmented reality developer. So make use of these tools. You can Google it. You can easily know about these particular tools, and then you can get more tutorials. With the help of that, you can easily create your own augmented reality application. So thanks for your valuable time. If you have any queries, you can ask me now.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashok. We will have a few questions. The one is how much time, effort, and support is needed to produce a good quality AR experience?
It depends on the kind of augmented reality application. If the user want to just render a image or just video, what I shown you now. So if the user want to create those kind of augmented reality application, almost it's just if the user is new, then they can create uh, the augmented reality application in half day. But if the user want to build a huge augmented reality virtual environment, something like a 3D models or that motorbike, so if they want to render those kind of environment, obviously they need some time because they need a separate 3D developer, 3D modeler. They need to develop they need to model the 3D objects, and then the augmented reality embed that particular 3D model over some kind of image if the user going to create a marker based augmented reality. So if there is a new user, they just want to begin with augmented reality. If they just sit for a day, they can create their own augmented reality, simple augmented reality application in a day. It's quite easy, sir. They can get some resources from net with the help. Even they can download some free 3D objects. They can directly integrate with their augmented reality application.
Okay. What should I do to become augmented reality engineer?
So first they need to learn the available softwares first they need to completely understand what the augmented reality is, and then see a augmented reality developer may be a completely work with a markerless or marker based application, something like that. First they need to decide what type of augmented reality application uh, they need to develop, and then what type of augmented reality developer they want to become. So my advice is, if the user want to become an augmented reality developer, they just start with the marker based augmented reality. Then it will help the people to work to create the application very easy.
Okay. So what are the different kind of devices need to be used for AR as well as VR?
See, if you want to use AR, if you have a mobile phone, that's more than enough, sir. But if you want to use the virtual reality, we obviously need the head-mounted display. It's cost-effective. I have shown some device. It's around 35,000. So it's not that much easy to buy that particular virtual reality device. We need to spend at least 15,000 to get a normal virtual reality head-mounted displays. You can also get some kind of virtual reality head-mounted displays for just 2,000 or 3,000. But all those kind of head-mounted displays, you need to use your mobile phone to experience the virtual reality, but you can't experience the complete immersion in those kind of virtual reality devices. But yes, sir.
Do you need to install any app in the mobile phone when you see the 3D image?
Yes, sir.
So
We
what
need
you-
to, yeah. Yes, sir. We need to install the augmented reality application in our mobile. So if the user open that particular mobile, they can experience the augmented reality. They can see the virtual environment based on the type of the application. As I said, if the user uses the Snapchat application, they no need any markers. They just open the application and then they just open the camera. It automatically opens the camera, and it will render some 3D animal faces over our face. So obviously we need to install some AR application. Then only we can experience through mobile.
Okay. So when should a company consider implementing an AR solution? Suppose if a company wants to go for AR solution, so when need to decide?
So come again, sir.
Yeah, because the question is when should a company consider implementing an AR solution? Okay.
Okay, if suppose a company want to give a solution for internal navigation. So internal navigation system is a quite challenging one. So if we want to navigate in outer world, we can use the Google Maps, but it's very much difficult to create a navigation application for internal purposes. For example, if there is no particular application which help us for the navigation inside the malls, so if the company need to give solution for those kind of problem, surely augmented reality will help them.
Okay.
So it depends on the requirements and then their decisions, their particular problem, what they are problem identified, what they are going to work with.
Oh.
So now we can, yes sir.
Yes, you can go ahead.
So now we can implement augmented reality in any kind of sector. If any kind of company can easily now develop the augmented reality application, what actually they are working now, they can extend their application into augmented reality. It may be any kind of application.
Okay, this is a last and final question. What's the future of AR?
Yeah. So it will be mostly helpful in education. So most of the companies are working to provide many education-based augmented reality application. So now the augmented reality have been extended with augmented reality 2.0, but that's not commonly used by all kind of users. So now the future of AR is it's mainly concentrate on gaming and as well as the education.
Okay, thank you, Ashok. It looks like we have covered almost all the questions. Ashok, is there anything else you wanted to cover before you wrap up?
Sorry, sir.
Anything want to say something to the audience before to conclude the event?
Yeah, I just want to ask you all something. I just go Google about augmented reality. You just start. What are the tools available? How can if I think most of the audience are students. So like second year, third year, and final year students, you just go and Google it. You can easily get many tutorials, and then if you want any help, I will help you. I will guide you. If you want to begin with augmented reality, don't worry about it. Just Google it, and then you just keep on research on augmented reality. Surely you will get good jobs. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Ashok, for spending your valuable time with us. It was a wonderful session. I hope everyone enjoyed. There were more number of job prospects in this area in different domains. So I request every participant, you can make use of this kind of technology for the many issues to solve the problems. And on behalf of Jaya Group of Institutions and all the participants, thank you once again, Ashok. At this juncture, I place my sincere thanks to our college management. My thanks to our chairman, Professor A. Kanagaraj, our secretary, Ma'am, Mrs. K. Vijay Kumari, our vice chairman, Mr. Engineer K. Navaraj, our joint secretary, Ma'am, Dr. K. Dina, and our principal, Dr. K. Samithurai, and all my colleagues who rendered their support for conducting this webinar series. Great, thank you everyone. We appreciate you being here. The next schedule tomorrow at 6 p.m. The topic is mind programming for success. The speaker is Dr. Hussain Pasha, who is a consultant psychologist and SY practitioner. And I request everyone to join for tomorrow's webinar. Thank you all for your active participation. Thanks again for joining us today, and we will see you next on tomorrow at 6 p.m. Thank you, Anandal. Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Stay safe.